Hi, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what messages want to come through for you, what you need to know right now for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Show me clearly what do my Capricorns need to look out for. Mickle a Muckle, Singer of Connection, and She of the Crouch. So we have supportive energy around you and your relationships. There seems to be a lot of harmony and a lot of seeing like like eye to eye, seeing eye to eye. That's what I was hearing. I just took a minute. I was like, huh? What was it? Seeing eye to eye, being able to recognize, understand each other's point of views. And there seems to be like a very harmonious, light-hearted, flirtatious, or childlike energy with Mickle and Muckle. This brings in humor, this brings in fun, this brings in joy and laughter. And it's very giddy. It's very like fun. Singer of Connection, this is where we are now bridging some kind of gap. There had maybe been a bit of a separation or a bit of a blockage, and now it's like there are connections that are forming. This is connecting the dots, and it's kind of like this inner knowing of like, I knew it was going to be okay, or I knew it was all going to work out, or I'm so glad I didn't like stress myself out. She of the Crouch is the energy of creation. It is divine feminine. It is kind of like the Empress. It represents that there's something that is growing and developing in a really positive way, moving in the right direction. So it's showing whether this is a connection in your life that is expanding and growing and developing, and it's just like bringing in a lot of harmony, or if this is just a connection that you have within yourself and, you know, bringing in more light, bringing in more joy, bringing in more play and more fun. At the bottom, we do have the Bodacious Boach, just like a energy to be aware of self-sabotage. Bodacious Boach is where we can feed into our impulsive thoughts or, you know, negative beliefs, bad habits. And so it's just about being careful of sabotaging yourself. Dark Lady, Luminous Doom is just kind of like where we get caught up in our shadow side, where we get caught up in ignoring our intuition or mistaking our ego as fact and ignoring what our inner truth really is trying to tell us, but being all up in your head or over analyzing the truth. And the truth is that there is positive development, there's like, I'm hearing like reinforcement, positive reinforcement, moving in the right direction. Yeah, so. And even when I was prepping this tarot deck, the Wheel of Fortune fell out. And I wanted to just show you that. We have a flyer. It is the 9 of Wands. Just kidding. It's the 4 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. Because you start off in this, I'm chilling, I'm at peace, I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm collected. And then all of a sudden, it's like you're going on paranoia, looking over your shoulder. There's something out to get you. You may feel as if you're being watched, or you may feel like there's someone or something that is asking a lot of you, or there's something about expectations or not fulfilling a certain role or doing things properly. There's something here that you're overanalyzing. This could be about how you show up in your job, how you show up in your relationships. People may really rely on you or depend on you. King of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, and the Tower. Outdated ways have changed, or I'm seeing that you could be reminded of something from your past. And whatever this is that's being brought up regarding your past, it's kind of bringing in some sort of tower moment, or it might be triggering or reminding you of a painful event that... Yeah, okay, you know what? So now when we go back to the 4 of Swords and 8 of Swords, you might be having certain dreams or just a thought that pops up, something that comes up and it just gets you out of your flow, your natural ebb and flow, right? Mickle and Muckle, you're happy, you're cheery, you're bubbly, you're flirting with life, flirting with others. Like you're just in this lighthearted mood, feeling good, feeling connected, feeling like everything is truly flowing it's nice and it's expanding, it's beautiful, and then that bodacious approach where it's all of a sudden that little voice in the back of your mind's like, oh, but we're gonna get you, or this isn't gonna last, or something bad is gonna happen. And so you're like, again, 4 stars, here you are, you're resting, chilling, minding your business, you're just doing your thing, maybe you're meditating, maybe you're having a nap, maybe you're just laying low, and then all of a sudden you go from being peaceful and zen to, oh my god, something's out to get me, I'm in danger, everything's turning into flames, everything's up in flames, everything's on fire, I feel stuck, I feel trapped. But it's like you're doing it to yourself. That's what I'm seeing so far. It's like you're doing it to yourself, or it's your past energy, your past self, old outdated ways, old identity that's creeping on up. And it's creeping on up because this is something that needs to be destroyed. A mindset, a habit, something that has power over you, control over you. It's in the process of being destroyed, but it's uncomfortable. But yeah, 4 of Swords, 8 of Swords. Sheesh. Just immediately, it just comes out of nowhere, basically. Hits you by surprise. Show me clearly what's going on for Capricorn. 8 of Wands. You might have some sort of news coming in. 8-8. Double confirmation with the Ace of Pentacles. Something that's bringing in more stability. So when we're in the 8 of Swords, we're not grounded. Our mind is everywhere. We're thinking about every single possible thing that could happen. We're thinking a lot about our past. Like, we're just not anywhere in the present. So this news that's coming in is actually going to bring in stability. It's actually going to ground you. It's actually going to bring you back into reality. And it's just going to stabilize you. I'm hearing like neutralize, bring things back into balance. We have a Queen of Pentacles underneath that, and then the World as well. So we just saw the King of Pentacles. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles. We do have a pair. This is also bringing up like your masculine versus your feminine energies. But so here we have momentum, stability, confidence, needing to also really nurture yourself, prioritize your overall well-being, but there's this sense of overwhelming peace. So yeah, it's crazy how it's like kind of going through motion. Capricorn, let me take a sip of my coffee. I'm feeling super sleepy today. It's 2 p.m. My first coffee. I normally only have like one. But lately I've been kind of cutting back on caffeine. Unrelated as fuck. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. And the Queen of Swords at the bottom. So right now you are having to really focus on you, your self-worth, your confidence, your well-being, your health, your finances, like really stabilizing you, focusing on building that solid foundation underneath your feet. That is gotta be one of the major focuses at this point in your life. When you do that, your whole world expands. Your whole life is improving. When you improve yourself, when you show up for yourself, your entire life reflects that. And I'm seeing here that there is solid signs in the 3D confirming that you're on the right track. You are going to be experiencing a lot of momentum, like a lot of pivotal movements in terms of your personal progress. Queen of Swords, 10 of Cups, the Star. Because you've been disciplined, or you're needing to be disciplined if you're not already, because by you tightening up on a few things, making a few adjustments, even when it comes to your mindset, what you're saying, what you're thinking, how you're communicating with others, just being more intentional, it's just clearing a direct path towards everything that you want and more. Everything that you want and more is here. We have Aquarius energy and some water energy, the Chariot, Cancerian, and Temperance, Sagittarius. But this is great because it's showing that your hard work is paying off. Your effort, your discipline, your skills, like you really seem to be cutting through the crap, cutting through the bullshit, cutting through the distractions, getting out of your own head, recognizing, okay, I know I feel anxious right now, but I don't have to let that control me. I can let this pass. I don't have to, like, well, you know, you're not allowing yourself to stay stuck. 8 of Swords to 8 of Wands. You're not stuck for long at all. At all, at all, at all, at all. You bounce back like this. Boom, boom, boom. You bounce back. You're unstoppable, Capricorn. Nothing's going to get in the way of what you want, what you desire, what it is that you've been working so hard for. Nothing will stop you from this vision, from this dream. It's yours. It's written in storm. Why did I say storm? Storm. I actually had a weird dream this morning about taking cover, taking shelter from a storm. And it was just like a very kind of chaotic dream. I don't remember much, but I don't know why I said storm. The storm will pass. And after the storm brings the rainbow, right? We see the rainbow, 10 of Cups. I don't know what else I was going to say. But you're doing a good job. So keep it up. But there is progression, like from the 4 Swords, 8, 8, and 9. And then we just had the 10. So you guys are making steady progress. Truly. Stack, but we'll I guess we'll take it. Just taking a look first before we start peeling, seeing what other cards are beneath this. We have the Queen of Pentacles and then the 5 of Wands. So this does feel like outside influences, outside circumstances that may be pulling at you or trying to steer you off track. Okay, you might be dealing with other people, family members, people that you work with. Maybe you're dealing with some stuff in your relationship. Maybe there's some drama. Maybe there's some misunderstandings or miscommunication here. But the main focus for you, despite all of this craziness or intensity or this pressure, is for you to remain grounded, to remain at peace, and to stay focused on what's within your control. Just showing up stable, reliable, centered, right? We look at this 5 of Wands. 4 out of 5 people, they're swinging, they're blindfolded, they don't know what the fuck is going on, and they're going to probably end up getting stung by the bee. Like they're going to hit the bee nest and it's going to be a mess. There's this one guy who's just observing what everyone else is doing. So this could represent you observing those around you that are going a little cuckoo, going a little crazy, and you're like, not me, couldn't be me. Or this is you observing yourself, your own emotions, the good, the bad, everything in between, your anxiety, your anger, your sadness, your whatever the heck that you're going through, even your happiness. But 5 of Wands, this is not really a happy card. This could be representing you observing the motion, but not getting sucked into it. It's kind of like, it's like a vampire. If a vampire shows up at your door, you have to give him permission to step inside. So as long as you don't give him permission, you're good. Like, you know, you can keep that distance. You can protect your peace, protect yourself. You can observe, but you don't have to let it consume you, sort of thing. That's at least what I'm seeing here. So underneath the Queen of Pentacles, we have the World, the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups. Oh, there's that pair from earlier. We talked about this. There's this pair. So maybe this is bringing up a relationship in your life. Someone that... All right, let me see here. 6 of Cups. You know this person. For some, this could be family. Maybe it's a sibling. For some, this could be someone you have children with. But what I'm seeing here, there is a door that's closing. There is a cycle that's finished or completed. And I'm seeing like self-mastery over here. King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Self-mastery when it comes to your emotional well-being, when it comes to your trust within yourself and your intuition, your deep inner knowing, when it comes to you communicating and connecting with others. It's just, you're showing up very stable, grounded, reliable. And I guess we could say like this old couple versus these children. It's like this could be representing like different versions of you. And maybe even going back to Singer of Connection is like merging of your younger self before the trauma, before society programmed you, before, you know, before when you were your most youngest, innocent, purest self before life happened, right? And then the old elderly couple is like you right now, currently, and it's it's like two versions of you that's kind of like meshing, but like the good parts of both eras, both versions. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm seeing something about that coming through. Like Six of Cups and the world would be saying that you've mastered certain lessons of the past that you found yourself repeating over and over, and now you've reached this point in your journey where you've learned all you need to learn. You've mastered it. You've gotten good at it. You're a pro. You the shit. You the top shit. You the top dog. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what this Five of Wands is, because these cards came out underneath the Queen of Pentacles. This is you observing these things in your life or these things internally, and you're not getting consumed by it. It's not controlling you like it once did, right? Going back to how we started, Four of Swords to the Eight of Swords. You were chilling, you're at peace, you're minding your business, you're cool, you're calm, you're collected, then all of a sudden, the big boogeyman, the storm, whatever the storm is, if it's your own inner shit or if it's something external from you, a circumstance, a bad text message, you know, someone telling you something bad that happened, whatever, right? There's something that makes you feel powerless, makes you feel like, oh shit, fuck, what am I gonna do? But then very quickly you snap out of it. Eight of Wands, remember we had that Ace of Pentacles, stabilizing. Let's not allow this to hold us back. We gotta overcome, we gotta adapt, we gotta quickly think on the spot. We need to shift, we need to pivot, we need to redirect our focus towards what we can control within ourselves. Our foundation, our self-worth, our confidence, you know, prioritizing our well-being. And just like that, right? Observing the chaos, observing whatever others are getting up to, but not identifying with it or not letting it consume you. I know I'm repeating myself, but that's what I'm seeing here. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. So a lot of self-mastery over here. This feels preparation vibes, right? She of the Crouch just feels like about to be birthed into something new that you are about to bring into your life. I kind of want to take a look into that, and then I'll probably end your reading. No, it's a short one, but I feel like it's pretty straight to the point. You guys are in this process of mastering this lesson, and you're doing amazing. You're doing a fucking fantastic job. She of the Crouch. And if you can try to turn to humor, right? Mickle and Muckle, he loves humor, sense of humor. Staying light even in the darkness. She of the Crouch. Let's take a look and see what is being born. She of the Crouch for Capricorn. What is being birthed? The Empress. Literally, I mean, obviously, that's what I fucking said, right? That's what I said when this card originally came out, is She of the Crouch is very much Empress energy. It's all about creation. It's all about that life force. It's all about what you breathe, your energy, your thoughts, your attention, your love, your focus, where you direct. All of that will bring life to it. Anything you think, whether it's in your favor or against you, will be shown and proven for you. So think in your favor. Empress, though, very fertile energy. Whether we're talking literally like pregnancy energy, or if this is just talking about something you've been actively pursuing, putting energy, cultivating, creating, protecting. It's really growing, and your season of blooming has just begun. She of the Crouch. What is being born? Hangman. It feels like a new wave of ascension, of awakening. It's a very spiritual time for you, going through some kind of ascension process. like new abilities, new gifts, unlocking certain skills or certain qualities that you didn't even know you were capable of. Hierophant at the bottom, Nine of Pentacles. Again, this is solely about you. What I'm seeing for this entire reading, a lot of this has to do with you and how you internalize and how that materializes in the 3D based off your thoughts, based off what you're projecting, what you're saying, right? And it's so fucking true. It's so true. Hangman is all about our perspective. So we can take a look at whatever that's growing in our life. We can look at it like, oh, this is a horrible thing that's growing. Or like weeds in gardens, like we could look at it like, oh, it's a pest. But a lot of weeds have a lot of healing qualities and also restore nourishment in the soil that is depleted. So we can look at it like, oh, it's a weed, it's a pest, get rid of it. This is terrible. Or we can look at it like, this is actually something that's helpful, right? It's all about a perspective. So whatever the fuck you're going through, your perspective is what changes everything. Hangman and the Nine of Pentacles, perspective changing on yourself, how you show up, how you feel about yourself, the work that you do, how you carry yourself, how you're in the process of recreating your dream self, but embodying that currently. And all you gotta do is just stay consistent, stay committed, lock the fuck in. Hierophant, Seven of Wands, and the Magician, lock the fuck in. No self-sabotaging over here. Seven of Swords to the Fool. That's that bodacious boach. What if I fuck up? What if I fail? What if I, go in with a plan. Seven of Swords as well. Maybe not to reveal every single thing out in the open all at once. Maybe move in silence. Maybe keep some things to yourself. But let's just go with these three cards. Magician, Seven of Wands, and the Hierophant. Stay focused. Don't lose track of your desired reality, desired outcome, your manifestation. What are you wanting for yourself? Because you are able to create it. And you're able to make this long-lasting and sustainable and here for the long term. The only thing that can really get in the way or shake you is yourself. So I feel very serious right now. It's your energy. I feel serious right now. But Hierophant and the Seven of Wands, you got to show up. You got to put in the work. You got to be persistent. You got to believe in yourself. You have to apply the wisdom that you've gained, the lessons that you learned, right? With that Six of Cups from earlier. You've come a long way. So you better keep going. Seven of Wands to the Magician. You don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't have to prove yourself. You already are worthy. You already know that you're capable, so you don't need to prove it to anybody. You don't even need to prove it to yourself because you already know that you are. It is. It's done. It's happening. It's already happening right fucking now. So, Seven of Wands and Magician. You just got to push. You just got to stay focused. Stay in your lane. So, I think I'll just leave your reading here. I love you guys so much. Let me know if this resonates in the comments below. Private readings are available in the description box. I hope you guys have a lovely day. You can find me on my Instagram and my TikTok at JadeStoneTarot, and I'll see you later. Bye.